Okay, guys, we're gonna have to do this quickly because you're gonna show up in a little bit. Ooh, my hair's got great. Quick check. Quick check. It is the tale of Johnny Townhouse. It's a pretty lengthy story, so if you are listening with me, that's awesome. That's fine. There's only like 3 questions that go with it, so this makes this video look a lot clearer when the lights are new. Okay, so follow along with me if you have your paper. Follow along. I think I need to brush my hair. Okay. The tale of Johnny Townmouse. Johnny Townmouse was born in a cupboard. Timmy Willie was born in a garden. Timmy Willie was a little country mouse who went to town by mistake in a hamper. The gardener sent vegetables to town once a week by the carrier. He packed them in a big hamper. The gardener left the hamper by the garden gate so that the carrier could pick it up when he passed. Timmy Willie crept in through a hole in the wickerwork, and after eating some peas, Timmy Willie fell fast asleep. He awoke in a fright while the hamper was being lifted into the carrier's cart. Then there was a jolting and a clattering of horses' feet. Other packages were thrown in for miles and miles, jolt, 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 and Timmy Willie trembled amongst the jumbled up vegetables. At last the cart stopped at a house where the hamper was taken out, carried in, and set down. The cook gave the carrier 6 pence. Money. The back door banged, and the cart rumbled away, but there was no quiet. There seemed to be hundreds of carts passing. Dogs barked, boys whistled in the street, the cook laughed, and the parlor maid ran up and down the stairs, and a canary sang like a steam engine. Timmy Willie, who had lived all his life in a garden, was almost frightened to death. Presently, the cook opened the hamper and began to unpack the vegetables. Out sprang the terrified Timmy Willie. Up jumped the cook on a chair, exclaiming, "A mouse! A mouse! Call the cat! Fetch me the poker! Sarah!" Timmy Willie did not wait for Sarah with the poker. He rushed along the skirting board till he came to a little hole, and then he popped in. And in he popped. He dropped half a foot and crashed into the middle of a mouse dinner party, breaking 3 glasses. "Who in the world is this?" inquired Johnny Townmouse. But after the first exclamation of surprise, he instantly recovered his manners. With the utmost politeness, he introduced Timmy Willie to 9 other mice, all with long tails and white neckties. Timmy Willie's own tail was insignificant. Johnny Townmouse and his friends noticed it, but were too well bred to make personal remarks. Only one of them asked Timmy Willie if he had ever been in a trap. The dinner was in 8 courses, not much of anything, but truly elegant. All the dishes were unknown to Timmy Willie, who would have been a little afraid of tasting them, only he was very hungry and very anxious to behave with company manners. The continual noise upstairs made him so nervous that he dropped a plate. "Never mind, they don't belong to us," says Johnny. "Why don't those youngsters come back with the dessert?" It should be explained that 2 young mice who were waiting on the others went skirmishing upstairs to the kitchen between courses. Several times they had some tumbling in, squeaking and laughing. Timmy Willie learned with horror that they were being chased by the cat. His appetite failed, and he felt faint. "Try some jelly," said Johnny Townmouse. "No? Would you rather go to bed? I will show you a most comfortable sofa pillow." The sofa pillow had a hole in it, and Johnny Townmouse quite honestly recommended it as the best bed, kept exclusively for visitors. But the sofa smelled of a cat. Timmy Willie preferred to spend a miserable night under the fender. It was just the same next day. An excellent breakfast was provided for mice accustomed to eating bacon, but Timmy Willie had been reared on roots and salad. Johnny Townmouse and his friends racketed about under the floors and came boldly out all over the house in the evening. One particular loud crash was caused by Sarah tumbling downstairs with the tea tray. There were crumbs and sugar and smears of jam to be collected, in spite of the cat. Timmy Willie longed to be at home in his peaceful nest in a sunny bank. The food disagreed with him. The noise prevented him from sleeping. In a few days he grew so thin that Johnny Townmouse noticed it and questioned him. He listened to Timmy Willie's story and inquired about the garden. "It sounds rather a dull place. What do you do when it rains?" "When it rains, I sit in my little sandy burrow and shell corn and seeds for my autumn store. I peep out at the throstles and blackbirds on the lawn and my friend Cock Robin. And when the sun comes out again, you should see my garden and the flowers, the roses and pinks and pansies. No noise except the birds and bees and the lambs in the meadows." "There goes that cat again!" exclaimed Johnny Townmouse. When they had taken refuge in the coal cellar, he resumed the conversation. "I confess I'm a little disappointed we have endeavored to entertain you, Timothy William." "Oh, yes, yes, you have been most kind, but I do feel so ill," said Timmy Willie. "It may be that your teeth and digestion are accustomed to our food." It may be that your teeth and digestion are accustomed to our food. Perhaps it might be wiser for you to return in the hamper. Oh, cried Timmy Willie. Why, of course, for the matter of that, we could have sent you back last week, said Johnny rather huffily. Did you not know that the hamper goes back empty on Saturdays? So Timmy Willie said goodbye to his new friends and hid in the hamper with a crumb of cake and a withered cabbage leaf. And after much jolting, he was set down safely in his own garden. Cute story. Number 28 says, which of the following would be the best illustration to use as the cover of this book? And so you're looking at the pictures, A, B, C, or D. Which one would be the best one? 29, what part of the story is illustrated in the following image? You look at the picture, and then it says A, presently the cook opened the hamper and began to unpack the vegetables. Timmy Willie trembled amongst the jumbled up vegetables. Timmy Willie said goodbye to his new friends and hid in the hamper with a crumb of that cake. There goes the cat again, exclaimed Johnny Town Mouse. And number 30, which part of the story is best illustrated in the following picture? A, up jumped the cook on a chair, exclaiming, a mouse, call the cat, fetch me the poker. B, Johnny Town Mouse was born in a cupboard. Timmy Willie was born in a garden. C, Timmy Willie crept in through a hole in the wickerwork, and after eating some peas, Timmy Willie fell fast asleep. D, he dropped half a foot and crashed in the middle of a mouse dinner party, breaking 3 glasses. And in the next part, you're looking at the picture and you're reading the passage and answering the question. So it's got a black bear, it's got a grizzly bear. Black bear, shoulders, no hump, ears taller, face straight profile, front claws dark, 1.5 inches long. Grizzly, hump, shoulders, hump, ears short and round, face dished profile, and front claws light, 2 to 4 inches long. And then the questions that go with this story. You're about to walk in, so we'll try to do this quickly. Grizzly bears are large brown bears. An adult grizzly is usually larger than an adult black bear. The footprint of a grizzly bear will have more of a square shape than a black bear's footprint. Grizzly bears eat the most food during autumn while preparing for hibernation. Sometimes they eat close to 100 pounds of food in one day. American black bears. Black bears spend the winter holed up in caves, burrows, and other protected retreats, such as large openings in trees or brush piles. They survive through their immense body fat that they generate by eating large amounts in the warmer months. Black bears can be found anywhere from Canada to northern Mexico, and their hibernation period is often determined by their location. The first question is, how could these resources be helpful if you were looking for information about bears? A, the information explains the difference between black bears and grizzly bears. B, the information explains how there are 8 different bear species. C, the information explains the similarities between panda bears and polar bears. D, the information explains how bears are natural hunters. You shouldn't get that wrong. 2, which of the following resources would best accompany this information? A, an article about a bear exhibit at a local zoo. B, a textbook about polar animals' eating habits. C, a website about how to prevent bear attacks. And D, a website about bear appearances and characteristics. Number 3, how could the picture be helpful if you were looking for information about bears? A, the picture shows bears hibernating in the winter. B, the picture shows bears in their natural habitats. C, the picture shows physical details about bears. D, the picture shows geographical details about bears. Which of these questions is not addressed in the passages? A, what do grizzly bears eat? Where do black bears live? Do grizzly bears have humps? Or D, do black bears hibernate? When you're finished, put it in the blue basket and work on the rest of your mustards and ketchups.